I'm sinus infection city right now. Hello, good morning. Welcome back everyone to another episode of More Mary. I am your host, Miss Mary Lou. Miss Mary, what's up with your voice today? I'm sinus infection city right now. We are gonna be taking it easy today. I have a tea concoction. I haven't quite tried this way yet. I usually only try making this with fresh ginger, so I'm nervous. It worked great. I've reached out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter asking you guys for ideas for a video for today, and I got some really good ones that I have written down for future use. And the winner for today, my friend Hilda suggested talk about how being kind is a much better way of getting positive results than being rude. I really connected to this one. I thought it'd be good to talk about on my sick day today, but I really still wanted to film an episode for you since I'm going out of town. That's why I'm doing all the ginger things, because I have to get on a plane in 2 days, and for anyone who's ever had stuffed sinuses flying on an airplane, it's incredibly painful and miserable. Yeah, so I really connected with this suggestion because it's become my life philosophy, really. I have talked about in the past how I'm a recovering perfectionist. I used to see myself as a realist, which is really, I believe, a pessimist in disguise. You know, at times I still feel myself falling back on hope for the best, prepare for the worst, but I've really gone over into living a positive perspective, full of gratitude sort of lifestyle, and I just wanted to talk about how that transformed my life. Let's hop into it. Oh man, even my quirkiness is at like a 2 right now. Tissue standing by. Although I'm kind of in the stage where blowing my nose is difficult, so. TMI with Mary. How do I even get started talking about this? I don't know if you can relate to this. So growing up, everything had to be perfect. In schoolwork, I was a competitive dancer. Everything had to be right. And if it wasn't, I was devastated. But at the same time, with my kind of realistic outlook, I don't know, like I expected things to go wrong, but I still expected it to be perfect. Talk about inner turmoil. And I think that's part of the reason why I gravitated towards the arts and creativity so much. Some of that did leak through at times. I felt myself, my perfectionist self, kind of coming in, but for the most part, I was able to throw most of that out the window, jump into whatever I was doing and live in the moment. And it's always been so freeing for me. It's all a work in progress. I would probably say not really since after college that I've really put effort into the transition of living more optimistically and incorporating that into my everyday life. So this is where it directly is connected to the inspiration for today's video. When I go to a coffee shop or to Trader Joe's to go grocery shopping, I make eye contact with the person who's ringing up my groceries and say, hey, how are you today? And sometimes you can really see, like I went to Target once and this poor employee was like, oh my gosh, my shift is almost over. It's been such a day. And I was like, I feel you, girl. Little things like that. Tip your baristas at Starbucks. They like almost never get tips. It just makes their day. Planting little seeds of kindness. My stuffy nose is not working. Planting little seeds of kindness throughout the day wherever you go. It makes me feel good at the same time. Taking a little moment to make somebody's day. Be like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. I'm also a Harry Potter fan, or something like that. Just to know that you're not gonna be the person that someone has to worry about. I mean, like if something goes seriously wrong, I'm not saying be a wet blanket, stand up for yourself, but there's the human approach to do it. So just because someone is behind a counter does not mean that they are beneath you. And you know, when they reciprocate, it makes you feel even better. Planting seeds of kindness. Wow, what is this? A children's book? I also have found that kindness is a really good way to diffuse difficult situations. Like, for instance, my current job is a lot of answering the phone. Usually people don't call me until they're at their wit's end and they're really upset. My approach is just to be so nice to them. Always keep a positive outlook and be like, I can always get a manager for you. That won't be a problem at all. And I've literally had people say to me, I really want to be mad at you right now, but you're so nice that I can't. Now, sometimes there are people who are really, really determined to be mad, whether it's on the phone or whether it's in person. And then in my position, that's just knowing when, okay, I need to get somebody else involved. It's not my job to have an argument with somebody. This also translates into situations outside of work. It's more productive than just like being really nasty. Again, spread seeds of kindness in as many little places as possible, and then they could grow into something awesome and make somebody's day. Wow, I'm rich in metaphor today. Maybe sinus infections make me like introspective or something fancy. So you're like, Mary, all these seeds you're sowing, that sounds great. What is so funny about that? Is it like a sperm thing? Jacob's here today. He's laughing at what I'm saying. I'm running with this. My foot's asleep. So many things are happening in my brain, including mucus. TMI with Mary. So how did I make the transition from being more of a pessimist into a life grounded in positivity and gratitude? It took a little practice. It was a conscious effort. Gotta get it in there. I remember I saw a post once on social media where it was a little stick figure person carrying a giant jar, and the giant jar said happiness on it. And another little stick figure was like, hey, I want that. Where did you get it? And the person with the jar of happiness said, I made it. And I thought that was the sweetest thing, and it's so true. For me anyway, because my inclination, my perfectionism can take over. But now that I have habits incorporated into my everyday life, it is really effortless. One of these I talked about on my episode about gratitude back in November, which we're almost to another November. Holy cow. At the end of every day, or even if I'm having a difficult moment in the middle of my day, 3 things that I am thankful for. I try to only name one food because I could be like avocados, oatmeal, and French toast. And I mean, sometimes that's good. You don't have to put that limit on yourself. I'm just such a foodie that I love it. The 3 things I'm thankful for is a really simple thing to do and literally takes 10 seconds. I mean, sometimes, it's a little hard to be like, I listed avocados yesterday. Is there something else that I'm thankful for? Or even at night before bed, which brings me to my next practice, meditating. Whether it's I'm lying down before I go to bed or I'm lying down to take a nap, I really like to meditate. It really makes a difference. I do use an app most of the time. I know some of you have asked me about this. The app that I use is called Breathe. It is free. You can make in-app purchases if you wish, and the money goes to their non-profiting good deeds. You can do more research on them if you like. I will link the app below. There's actually this one meditation called Gratitude. I find that it helps a lot. Between that exercise and meditating, it's helped lead the way for the rest of my daily life. And it's been proven that meditating and practicing gratitude can literally rewire the way your brain works. It's science. It's actual meditation is science. I think I've rambled for long enough. I need to give my voice a break. Thanks again to Hilda for the suggestion and for everybody who responded to my pleas for help. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved this low-key chillin' with me and tea episode. Wow, I think my quirk it's back up to a 6. And if you try any of these positivity exercises or things that I've talked about today, please let me know in the comments below. Or do you meditate? Is there an app that you really love? I would really like to know. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Tuesday. Hello! Thank you so much for watching this episode of More Mary. Hey, all my socials are right down here. I'm around on socials all the time, and a lot of you guys are hopping over from YouTube, and it's just fun. So come hang out. I post new videos every Sunday and Tuesday, and yeah, we'll see you next time.